Garby. White boy. Ohio, white boy. Yeah. Yeah, Garby. Okay. Got lost in the plot, had to stop, smell the flowers. You talking that talk, you get dropped like the towers. I walk what I'm talking, that hoe does not love you, she's bought from an auction. I'm dripping, I'm dropping, I got lots of options, I'm not talking Robin Hood. Yeah. The Gerbert train started and it is not stopping. She has blue hair, have to proceed with caution. Gerbert. Garby. All right. I'm burnt as hell. I can't go outside. I'm too Hyperborean. I just get charred and sizzled in the hot sun. Bro. Okay. Let me just try to ignore it. Let's go. One take. Today we're going to be doing more confessions. Now, before I hear anything about this most recent main channel video where I happened to have intercourse with a silicone doll, I was really hitting it. Before I hear about that, let me defend myself a little bit. I got the doll for free, okay? This is a very unique situation, okay? I didn't purchase the doll. What other time in world history has a 20-year-old kid got a one of these dolls, a sex doll, for free? Might be the only time that it's happened. And a lot of people who can't even go a month without beating off. I'm very disciplined with nofap. Mind you, a lot of people who can't even go a month are talking about, oh, you're so down bad. Oh, dude, you're totally like, I lost someone like a role model. Like, bro, you're acting like the vast, vast majority of any other 20-year-old who got a free doll wouldn't do the same thing. You already beat off to other people banging. That's just as bad. It's just more common. You get what I'm saying? My situation's more unique. It's not more depraved. I did it once like 4 months ago. I'm streaking now. Since the new year, baby. So the point is, I still have the moral authority to come on here and make fun of these people with their crazy shit, their crazy confessions. Because that's probably the most down bad thing I've done, and that's not that bad. It's the same thing as a normal relapse. It's just more unique. Am I coping? No, I actually don't want to hear. Anybody who's making these accusations, trying to use information that I supplied to you for your entertainment, trying to use it against me as a weapon, I guarantee I have a longer streak than you. All right? Lick my nuts. All right, let's go. Shout out to Westlow for the beat, by the way. That's Getting Immaculate Dome type beat. Jackson Williams. Once my mom hit me so hard that I couldn't cry. Then she got mad that I wasn't trying. Then my uncle... Okay. I need to read these before I even... I was never able to make friends in my country due to language and cultural barriers, so I watched anime, like a lot of anime, a ton of anime. Eventually my MAL page, I don't know what that is, had 300 entries on it. I even bought a body pillow of Makima and spent upwards of $500 on figurines. Well, I mean, that's just like the average Zoomer male. The only girl I ever dated, I met in a psych ward. She ended up leaving me for a better looking guy. Is it over? I don't know if it's over. This is also just the average Zoomer relationship. You need to step it up. This shit is normal for 2024. I'm a furry. Kind of don't care what people think, but eventually my audience will know, but I have a plan to introduce it. All right. Furries... I don't really know what's going on with the furries. Is it just like for fun? Or, I can't shake the feeling there's something going on. There's something sexual going on with it where they like to go and, in these costumes and go bang each other. And, I don't really like that. I think you should go to hell. Peter File. Very nice. I was making out and finger blasting a bitch. I was turned up. I don't think that's the right terminology. And without any direct stimulation, I nutted. Okay, I nutted harder than I ever have in my life, and my worm hadn't even been touched. It felt nice. Okay, well, I mean, now you're just flexing. That's pretty common, you know what I mean? That's what happens especially if you're on a streak. Yeah, you hadn't nutted in a few years. So you're just flexing. People need to stop with these. I skipped through a lot of these. Dude, I was like having sex with this super hot girl, bro. She was like so hot, and like this other girl came over and it's like, bro, that's not the time for this. You're supposed to embarrass yourself. What's your name, socials? No way. What's your confession? I was such a goon clown that I did a solo anal futa teacher on Femboy JOI. Okay, let me just break that down. That's like I have to use PIMDOS. Solo anal. Futa. So I believe that's a woman with a wang. Teacher on Femboy. Teacher on Femboy JOI, which for the uninitiated is jerk off instruction. So I mean, that's a lot. My math brain actually can't process it. That tells you to wear a schoolgirl uniform and rail yourself with a dildo. Okay, so here's what I'm saying. I get a doll for free and rail it once, just because I have an inquisitive spirit, an inquisitive mind. And by the way, that was kind of dope. Like, once they put AI in those things, it's over for real women. But look at this! So the implication is that you did it. You got a schoolgirl uniform. Maybe you took it from your sister or your mom, or you went and bought it, God forbid. And you also, I don't know where you procured, that thing you used to rail yourself with, but what the fuck? Like, this is actually a new level. I've seen a lot of weird prawn ones on here, but this is like, you're gay. I once splooged on the back of the bus when I was sitting alone. All right. Wow. Bro learned about Rosa Parks and said, I'm going to do that. Except instead of systematic oppression, it was just being a freaky fuck. I killed my neighbor's dog. When I was 13, my neighbors had a little yippy rat dog that kept everyone up at night. They were confronted about it many times, but did nothing. One night I decided I heard too much yapping. I found out what time they got home from work and where I could get into their house at. One day I hurried home from school and broke in. I saw their unit of a microwave and got an idea. I got the microwave and slammed it onto the effer so it would look like it fell. They never really questioned it, and I got away with it. Alright, well, this probably didn't happen. But on like the 2% chance that it did, you need to be in prison. George Stanton. When I was 12, I played a lot of Overwatch. I was a pretty horny bugger, and as you would expect, my horny compass got the better of me. Once I was waiting in queue for a comp game in my living room, with my grandma reading in the chair behind my sofa. Oh my god. With a blanket over me, I did a quickie with the silly sausage looking at the victory poses of Tracer. No one found out. I missed those days when I was just so horny. What? My dick doesn't work the same. What? Aside, bro, I'm fucked. I used to be a grade A student doing everything and everyone loved me. Then the group chat got leaked. I was micro-canceled, abused THC cards, and used rich Asian kids to buy coke. Now I'm a virgin taking Ritalin with a broken dick. I just can't bring myself to boink any. Okay, what? Man, this like transformed into a different universe. Why doesn't your meat work? That's crazy. It's probably something to do with drugs, man. You just gotta cut out all the... You gotta cut out... Ritalin's an amphetamine, right? A stimulant, technically, but it's kind of the same shit. So, yeah, you need to stop with the drugs. The highly concentrated weed and the Ritalin, I mean, that could definitely mess up your worm. Or did you actually break it? I don't want to, your life, you need to just find the Lord and figure it out, man. The group chat got leaked? Were you just saying normal stuff, or was it actually wild? Because I have a feeling maybe because you beat off in front of your granny. I mean, to be fair, I was into Overwatch when I was about the same age in middle school. And they did make those female characters, I mean, oh so way too fuckable. They didn't have to do it like that. And then the guy, the creator of it was like, why do people keep making Rule 34 videos of these characters? It's like, what do you mean, bro? You look at them. You designed them. What do you think's gonna fucking happen? They had like the most talented animators on the planet making, Disney, Pixar, DreamWorks animations of these characters going at it. because you made them like that. So you really sewed your own bed with that one. Playboy Cardi, I'm not dropping the album. No, bro. No, Cardi, you have to drop. A feminine thing. Josh. So like 3 or 4 years ago, I had just met this girl in college. This other guy really wanted her, but she didn't like him back. We convinced this guy that if he shaved his head bald, he would date her. He fell for it. He met us in the city center, full public display with his patchy, shaven head. And we just utterly embarrassed this MF. Oh, wow. Yeah, I did not deserve this at all. This girl broke up with me after 8 months. My virginity grew back, and I have no friends, so it was not worth it. Yeah, I mean, that's just karma. Well, actually, then the girl probably didn't get much karma. That's so brutal. I mean, the guy should have seen it coming. You know, this is the price of not being blackpilled. I'm not really understanding the nature of women. Bartholomew Archibald. In my 7th grade math class, I was bored AF one day, and this woman in front of me has these extremely tight leggings, and I saw her panties. I was sitting in the back corner and just started stroking and blew a fat one in my pants. That's like the 4th classroom blow. I mean, who would have known it's this common? It's probably like 1 out of every 8. No, that's way too much. Like, it's way too common, man. How many people do this? It's so risky. Last August, my sister called me on her way to work and asked me urgently to move a turtle from our road. For context, she's a huge animal lover and a vegetarian now. In fact, she'd probably save a dog over a human. Only reason she didn't move it herself was because she was super late. I get up from my hentai coma and trudge my way down the street looking for this turtle. It's hot and incredibly humid, miserable weather, so I'm taking my sweet time. After walking leisurely for 5 minutes, I find the gory explosion that was once a turtle splattered all over the street. It was run over. I come back with a shovel wrapped in plastic and throw its remains in the creek across the street, then clean up as best I can. The turtle was pregnant, ashamed. I texted and made up a story about how I rescued it so she wouldn't feel guilty. I mean, that's just nice. You're just a good guy for that. Ian Lucius. To start off, I have a breeding kink. All right. Oh, get ready for a doozy. I wish this alone was the confession, but it gets much worse. For context, I have had the kink for a long time and have built it up over years of watching pub flicks centered around that type of fetish. Fast forward, and me and the gang went on a trip to Aruba. We met up with different girls during the trip, and because I didn't know any of them, I figured this was my only shot to really get to indulge in my kink. No. Needless to say, I porked a few different girls raw and gave them all fake names, but a real method to contact me. All the girls messaged me saying they were pregnant, but due to me never getting out my real name and me not being from that place, they have no real way to hunt me down. No! The consequences of my actions initially hit me like a ton of bricks, and I had a hard time coping with what I had done. After a while, I managed to force it out of mind, since I will never see any of these women ever again. They do not really exist to me. I have a good life in the States and a good future ahead of me, and did not want to ruin it because of one unhinged trip to Aruba. Nobody, not even the people I went with, know that I got these girls pregnant. Because of the kink, any guilty feeling I used to have is countered by an overwhelming, almost evil sense of accomplishment. Whoa! Since then, I have turned my life to Christ, and I pray for those women and wish them well every day. Well, okay. I don't know, man. I don't know, bro. They say Christ accepts everyone, no matter your past, but this is fucked. I mean, I say that the hub messes with people's lives. What you have to do now is probably date a single mom. You have to kind of undo, since you created like 3 of them, you have to go and kind of undo some of that work. You do not deserve to go and then have, I don't know. I don't know if you can just bro, whatever. Jared, not gay. Multiple gay guys kiss me at a party, but I'm straight. I'm also still attached to a girl who has a BF. I'm also in the UK, so I don't know if the girls work diff out here. Dude, multiple gay guys kissed you. A kiss takes 2 people. So if a gay guy tries to kiss you, you could say no. You could say, no, I don't want to kiss, or you could push them away, or you could go, no, I'm good, no. I mean, the insistence, you said twice that you're not gay. That's kind of like a double negative. That kind of cancels out and makes you gay. Amy, this isn't super bad, but I've led on a few dudes who liked me that weren't my type at all for like weeks at a time, sort of unintentionally, because I thought I would come to like them back. I'm a junior in high school and haven't liked anyone before, so I did that to try to see if I get me anywhere. It really didn't. Yeah, I mean, it's kind of just normal female behavior. You thought you would come to like them back. This is actually interesting insight into how it works. It's not like malicious. At least some of the time you like think, oh, maybe. Yeah, I mean, this is tough because like if you're a guy, if you're getting signals, you should try to follow them. But if they're fake, like how are you supposed to navigate that as a dude? You're kind of just like, how are you really supposed to suss it out? I don't know. I couldn't tell you. I'm not Johnny Bitch Getter or whatever his name is. Ronnie, I stole my dad's child support payment from my mom, like $700, and bought the Lego Eiffel Tower. I hid it in our attic, and my mom went off on my dad because she didn't get the check in the mail. It's only a matter of time before they see the check was cashed and I'm going to get manhandled. You know what? That's honestly such a W. If you were put in a situation where your parents were divorced, like, you may as well just, like, start doing shit like this. Because, like, let's go. Lego Eiffel Tower. Also, are you, like, 13? Because, you know, if you're any older than 15 years old, this is pretty troubling. So I don't know how old you are, but that is like a 27-year-old man. Okay, here we go again. Cole took one of my fuckboy classmates' vape pen to the bathroom, washed it with soap, and then rubbed my booty crack with it. He then took a hit when he found it on the ground after tweaking. He used it for 2 weeks after the fact. I mean, I get the instinct to want to do that. Like, that's pretty funny, but also that's just an intrusive thought that you actually do. Like, that's gross, man. You could just like hide it or throw it away. You know, I feel like there's something weird and gay about you doing that, but shout out to you, Cole. I've seen my best friend turn from someone just like me into a Chad with a Playboy personality. I've known him for years, but for the last year, he just isn't acting like himself anymore. Lately, I've been giving him really vague answers and slightly ghosting him because every time I spoke to him, I felt hurt. We both worked out. He built a great physique while I achieved nothing. All he did turned out better than all I ever did, and I just can't bear it anymore. My ego is so hurt, and this is such an asshole thing for me to do. I just can't bear it. I can't bear that he's doing better than me. I can't bear that he's pulling girls, and I can't bear that he's on a path to a really successful life. All I ever gave was my 200%. I put my all into everything with blood, sweat, and tears, but in the end it doesn't matter. We're genetically predisposed to be better at some things. He was destined to be great. I was destined to be nobody. My only choice is either to wallow in shame and hit the rock bottom or become his wingman. He was like a brother to me, but now I can't bear him. Wow. Wow. You know, this is deep. I might make a whole video about this because this is just like deep shit. There's something... Dave from Pennsylvania. I got molested by my mom for 10 years and my dad enabled her. Anytime I talk about it with a girl, she loses interest or is weirded out. Anytime I talk to a guy about it, they tend to be supportive but sometimes lose a little respect. I've lost several romantic partners this way and strayed away from several friendships. I've come to the realization that men's traumas are simply not relevant to society, and that if a man had a traumatic sexual past, society views him as the lowest of human, thinking that he might be screwed in the head or something. As a result, I just have to live with this trauma all by myself for the rest of my life if I ever want a good circle of friends. People do compliment me and my looks. I've been hitting the gym. I get approached sometimes, but I realize I either have to hide a huge part of my past from them forever or tell them that I have or tell them and have them possibly lose interest. It's easier to just keep autistically lifting weights and hoping things just fix themselves. Wow. Dude,
These are like
This took a real like dark and deep and crazy turn. These are like these. Oh my damn.
holy fuck.
Yeah, because the last one was this. I don't want to read this one too, but dude, there were like 4 ones that I could try to make whole videos about any of these.